Russia's decision to cut off gas supplies to Moldova has thrown the country into a security crisis. Moldova Prime Minister Recean said on January 3rd, the Russian state energy company Gazprom halted gas deliveries to Moldova on January 1st, triggering an energy emergency in the Russian-occupied breakaway region of Transnistria. The region now risks industrial collapse due to widespread power shortages. So you see, Moldova is, in fact, at the moment, the country heated the most from the hot of these Russian gases. And you can see, they are now saying that it risks industrial collapse due to widespread power outages. By jeopardizing the future of the protectorate, it has backed for 3 decades in an effort to destabilize Moldova. Russia is revealing the inevitable outcome for all its allies. Betrayal and isolation, Recean said in a statement. So, Moldova is one of the countries that Russia is not happy with their closeness of the EU or their plans of joining the EU. And you know, this is a form of battle of supremacy, sovereignty, that Russia is trying to do whatever it takes to make sure that countries that were former part of Russia or countries that share close border with Russia don't join the European Union. Because according to the Russian perspective, it will be like they are having their enemies at their backyard. We treat this as a security crisis aimed at enabling the return of pro-Russian forces to power in Moldova and weaponizing our territory against Ukraine, with whom we share a 1,200-kilometer border. So, you see, one thing in the political corridors in Moldova is that you have the pro-European Union part of Moldova. When it comes to their politics, you have a side that is pro-Russian. And according to the story, the pro-Russians part of Moldova don't want the pro-European part of Moldova to force them into joining the EU. So it is a very critical situation that if it is not properly handled, it might seriously go out of hand and trigger a whole lot of problems that Moldova will find it very, very difficult for them to deal with or to find solutions to. So it is now left for the people of Moldova how they intend to solve their internal issues and external issues. Russian troops have occupied Transnistria since the early 90s, while the rest of Moldova switched to European energy supplies after the full-scale invasion of Ukraine. The region remains heavily dependent on Russian gas. Gazprom's suspension has left nearly 75,000 households without gas. 75,000 households are without gas since January 1st in Moldova. That is quite a lot. And another 116,000 with reduced supply. So 75,000 are without gas. And another 116, their supply reduced due to Sergei Bulinke, the first deputy chairman of Transnistria administration. Transnistria has initiated rolling blackouts to mitigate the crisis, while Moldova offered to assist Transnistria in purchasing alternatives to Russia gas via the European market. Authorities in the region refused, saying they believe Gazprom will resume deliveries. So I just hope the way the people of Transnistria are wishing it will happen to them the way they are wishing it, because this Russian gas is cheaper for them compared to the one that Moldova is saying that they might help them in securing in the European market, because now you have America who is giving them direct threat that they must buy US oil or US gas according to the incoming administration of Donald Trump, that if they don't, he will place tariffs. And this is a competitive market because European Union can equally buy from Norway or Qatar, because America alone cannot be able to meet up with the need of being the sole supplier of LNG to Europe. So this is a critical issue, and Poland must use the position of its chairmanship of the European Union to solve this gas crisis as soon as possible.